Hello guys, it is your girl Mirandy and I'm back with another video and I have another message for you guys. And this message actually relates to the last message that I gave, and it's kind of hard for me to deliver this message. You guys know I don't really like being the bearer of bad news, and I didn't really want to deliver this message, but I have to because God told me, and He's confirmed it in so many different ways, and He, says that I have to put this message out. And so the message that I have for you guys is Heavenly Father says the curse has been reversed. Again, I repeat, the curse has been reversed. And so I was actually hoping that I wouldn't have to deliver this message and He would just let me skip over this, but He's not gonna let me deliver the other messages without this one first. And so this also relates to how God had me in the book of Genesis, studying Joseph and what was going on with Joseph. And so He said the curse has been reversed. And so a lot of you do know and do understand spiritual warfare and, good and bad spirits, curses, and things like that. But where I am, like in the West region, it's not common. People look at like spiritual warfare and curses, they think it's a joke, they think it's a game, they think it's not real. And so sometimes it's hard for me to deliver these type of messages because, one, I don't like, again, being the bearer of bad news, and two, a lot of people don't understand spiritual warfare and they think that it's not real until they go through it themselves. And sometimes that makes it difficult to deliver certain messages because although God is telling you to do one thing, it's like, you're being set apart and you have to do things that most people are not going to do and most people are not going to talk about and most people are silent about. And so when God tells you that you have to be the one to say it, you're just like, why me? Why did you pick me? Why did you choose me? Like, I don't want to do this. But sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to do it because you got to be obedient when God tells you to do something at the right time. And so the curse has been reversed. And so how does this relate to the story of Joseph and in the book of Genesis? Pretty much after everything that had happened to Joseph and after he went through warfare, because that's ultimately what it was that he was going through. He was going through spiritual warfare with the people who were in his own household. And so even in the beginning, God was giving us examples of what was going to happen before it happened. And so with Joseph, he went through spiritual warfare, and that was with the people in his own household, and it was also people outside of his household too. Like the woman that ended up getting him put into prison. And so, people did find favor and people did favor him because of God, but he still went through spiritual warfare. And so it was like, basically Heavenly Father showed me that Joseph, it was like he had a curse on him. But in the end, as Joseph was being equipped and he was going through spiritual warfare, it was the warfare, the fire that he was going through. He was going through the fire in order for him to come out shining. And so, although he may have been cursed, although he may have went through spiritual warfare, although he may have went through all these things, in the end, what happened? He was blessed, and the curse was reversed. And so the same people who tried to take his life, in the end, Joseph's life was in their lives was in Joseph's hands. And so they weren't able to do anything. They didn't even know who Joseph was when they seen him. Joseph was unrecognizable. And I think I did a message for you guys saying that you guys were going to be unrecognizable. And I didn't even know that God was going to have me in the book of Genesis and then have me studying Joseph and how Joseph was unrecognizable and how his brothers and his family didn't even notice him once they finally did see him again. But anyways, the curse has been reversed. And so when they did finally, find out who Joseph was, once Joseph revealed himself, they seen how merciful he was. They seen how loving he was. They seen how genuine he was. They seen how kind he was. They seen how, although all these things happened and they did all these things, Joseph still loved them. Joseph still fed them. And guess what Joseph did? Joseph protected them from the famine that was coming. And some of you are going to be just like Joseph. You don't even see it yet because you're still going through the warfare. You're still going through everything that you're going through. But in the end, you're going to come out shining like a diamond. And you don't know who you're going to be helping and who you're going to be saving. And it's probably going to be some of the same people who wish death on you that you're going to be giving to, so they're not going through the famine, because we are going to go through a famine when what happened back in 2019. I don't want to get blocked in this video because of certain things, because it can trigger certain things with the algorithm and they'll take the video down. But you guys all know what I'm talking about. There's a famine. What happened? There was nothing inside of the stores. There was, no water, no toilet paper, no, essential items that were needed. There was a famine. It wasn't a 7-year famine at that time, but that was a preview of what, was happening. Like what's getting ready to come. Like that was just a taste. That was just the warning. Heavenly Father says warning always comes before destruction. And so a lot of you you think you're going through warfare, which you are, but you think you're going through all these different things for no reason. But I can promise you that it's for a reason, because you are being built, you are being equipped, your character's being strengthened, and along with your character being strengthened, Heavenly Father is using that because He's changing you from the inside out. He's not going to, again, this relates to the other message He gave me. He's not going to give you more than what you can handle. He's not going to allow you to steward over something that, you can't manage. But just know, the curse has been reversed. I pray this message blesses you. I love you guys. Be blessed, and I'll be back with another video. Elohim willing. Bye, guys.